Im Jahr des 55. Jubiläums der deutsch-israelischen diplomatischen Beziehung wird hier unter dem Motto am Bebelplatz Together we shine dieser Platz erleuchtet. Israel beim Festival of Lights. Bebelplatz ist der Ort, an dem der israelische Künstler Micha Ullman mit seinem Denkmal Versunkene Bibliothek an die Bücherverbrennung vom 10. Mai 1933 in der Mitte dieses Platzes erinnert. Bis zum 20. September 2020 wird jeden Abend ab 20 Uhr eine Illumination mit einer Collage zum kulturellen Israel, die Fassade der Staatsoper zu Berlin, am Bebelplatz beleuchtet. Today we are here to honoring 55 years of diplomatic friendship from Israeli and German. Tell me about it.
Well, first of all, it's a great day for Israel and Germany. It's a marvelous day for Berlin, opening up the Festival of Lights with such an incredible display in commemorating the 55 years. I think it's actually quite interesting that on the way here I listened to the announcement on the full normalization of relations between Israel and Bahrain. So it's interesting that these two important events are happening, our relations with Germany and also our relations in the Middle East as well. And it's a positive sign, and it's good that we have good news coming out of the Middle East for once, but being here in Berlin is also excellent. It's an excellent feeling, and I'm really happy about the display today.
And this is all happening on this historical place of the Bebelplatz.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's quite amazing where, I think almost about 87 years ago, they burned around 20,000 books, and the place has a lot of meaning and a lot of significance. And in many ways, what was done on that day, I think, has been overcome by a tremendous amount of movement in the Israeli-German relationship to bring two peoples together from a very difficult past and to a more inspiring present and an even more inspiring future. And that to me is the important message that we should take from this event.
Of course, you're going to tell me what is displayed here.
Yeah, this is first of all, you can see the Israeli Philharmonic, which is an amazing orchestra that was conducted for many years by Zubin Mehta, who is one of the foremost conductors in the world. But also it shows Amos Oz, who was a very important writer in Israel, and one who wrote many books and is considered to be very much part of the land of Israel. He grew up in Israel, and he was really very impressive, and somebody I think who deserved a lot more recognition in terms of not only his writing and his storytelling. It's interesting, he had a great uncle who lived next door to me in Jerusalem, Professor Klausner, who was a very famous figure at the time, and he writes about going to see his uncle, and it's like, for me, we're living literally in the same street, and I can feel like I'm in the book. It's part of the reality that I live in. So he actually wrote, I must say, he wrote one of the most fascinating essays about 50 years of our relationship with Germany. And I won't go into it, but it was very short, but I have very rarely read something with such incredible depth and perception about the Israeli-German relationship.
And this all is happening in the Festival of Lights, you just mentioned it. You're going to see other sites?
Well, yeah, we'll walk around and enjoy it. It's so nice to be out and to see that Berlin is coming back to life. Everyone is obviously needs to be very careful and wear masks and socially distance themselves. But I think it's so nice to see Berlin coming back to life again and being able to celebrate these marvelous occasions. This is really an amazing display.
Israel beim Festival of Lights, noch zu sehen bis zum 20. September.